as you can see, I completed my first division within the Team Affinity Season 1, Chapter 1. I'm going to be telling you the fastest way to do it. In my previous video, I told you what I think you should do first, and it was Team Affinity. And today, I'm going to tell you the fastest way to complete it. Now, here you can see a little bit of an update on our squad. We have the captain, Byron Buxton. He gives us a lot of power. Right now, I have him at Tier 2 just because I'm probably going to want to try out this Yasmani Grandal. Love the addition of Brian Dozier as a new legend. But basically, an all-diamond squad, as you can see here. Willie Castro is a beast with a Tier 3 Byron Buxton. But, I mean, as you can see, he still has high clutch, high contact, decent power, above average speed. And, I mean, he's a very good position as far as, like, where you can place him as well defensively. So, I am absolutely loving my lineup right now. I just finished streaming live on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok. Make sure to go check us out. Links are going to be down in the description below. But tomorrow, I'll probably play my first ranked games, and I'm thinking this is going to be the squad. We'll see. We'll see how much I can grind and what other cards I can get. On our bench, we have other diamonds as well. Buck Leonard, which is the one that we pick. We have David Justice, Vladimir, obviously Palmeiro. We have options there as well. On our rotation, Jacob, we got Sandy. Obviously from the programs, we pulled Blake Snell. We pulled John Donaldson today. You will see that somewhere at some point. And then we have Tariq Skubal, our bullpen. We got Andrew Miller, Emmanuel Clase, Billy Wagner, Duran, Hader. So it's looking nice. Now, the fastest way that you can complete it, I'm going to tell you a little bit of a secret, but you can do it with every single division except the AL East. And I'm going to tell you why in just a second. What you're going to do, you're going to go in. Obviously, you want to complete the moments. Complete all of the moments. That's a free points basically for the program, and you start grinding. You get closer to that 60K, which is the goal. That 60,000 is where you get that first pack, and that's the reason why we're trying to get there, right? We want to get that first pack, and from there, everything just takes off. I'll tell you in just a second. So after the moments, you're going to do some showdowns. You can do some showdowns to get to 60K. I prefer doing the Conquest as well because you get 30,000 points and you get some of this multiplayer mission. Before you know it, you'll get to 60K. You got to remember, every time you do a showdown, you get 11.2 thousand points. So you can do 2 or 3 after doing the moments. Whatever, anywhere that you play, you will also be getting points. So that's also good. Now, when you get to the 60,000 points, that's where the trick begins. The reason why it won't work in the AL is because there's not a pitcher in the pack. So if we look at the rewards, you get Cedric Mullins, Euclid, Gary Sanchez, Evan Longoria, and Sean Green. None of them are pitchers, but they do have a multiplayer mission. It's very simple to do, and you get 15,000 points. So this is where you want to move. Now, once you get the first one, you're going to add into the squad. Once you get the 10 total bases, then obviously you're going to get 15,000 of these TA points, and you start accumulating all those points and you start advancing in the bar. But it's a lot easier for the other divisions because there's one of those missions that every other division has, and it's very simple. I think doing the Conquest not only helps you because you get 30,000 XP, but you're also working 2 things at once. And this is where it comes in. So you go to multiplayer mission, and if you scroll all the way down, you'll see that you have to pitch innings with certain pitches, right? In this one, it's 2 innings with Wagner. Every 2 innings is 15,000 Team Affinity points. That means that in 2 Conquest games, you can get 45,000 Team Affinity points. That is a lot of Team Affinity points, and I just cruised through this whole division. I opened my millionaire packs at, yeah, I can't wait to pull $1 million, but we'll get back to that. If you look at the other divisions as well, let's go to the AL West, for example. As you saw in my lineup, I picked Carlos Correa first, but that's before I knew about this. So if you look to the multiplayer missions and we look at the pitching, I need 2 innings pitched with Iglesias and Leclerc, and that's 15,000 XP. So obviously, Correa has his missions as well and his 10 total bases, but it's so much easier to just pitch 2 innings when you're doing Conquest. As you can see, I did finish all 3 of the Conquests, the East, the Central, and the West, but I still have the US to go. And there's a lot of rewards here, a lot of cards, and a lot of games to play. Now, if you want to get Team Affinity done and get that out of the way, I think this is the way that I recommend, because the pitch innings, that's going to be the key. You get 15,000 per 2 innings. That's unheard of. You're going to fly through it and get the best cards. I understand that you might want Giancarlo Stanton first, but it's better if you pick Billy Wagner. Just start pitching with him, and you're going to get Giancarlo Stanton after just a couple of Conquest games. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start grinding this Team Affinity with the Conquest, everything offline, obviously, but I just want to get Team Affinity done because you do want as many cards as you want, because if you go to the collections, this is where it gets good. This is what you're trying to get, as many cards as possible to get that John Franco, to get that first pack, Willie Mays, Satchel Paige, or George Brett. And this is the fastest way to do it because every division has 5 players and there's 6 of them. That's 30 players just from Team Affinity. And that's not even counting the extra packs, including the millionaire pack that you would get and all of the stubs, all of the XP that you would get. So I think that's the fastest way. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by clicking that thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Other than that, this is YeYo, and I'll check you out on the next one.